Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are back planning or memory planning of the week that was the 18th of September through to the 24th of September. We are using this absolutely gorgeous kit from Plannerface, which I believe is called Rosé. Again, this is one of those kits that immediately when I saw Anna release it, I knew I had to have it in my collection. And I sat on it for the longest time, not literally. But I sat on it for the longest time because it was one of those kits that I've purchased and you just look at it and it's so beautiful and you're worried that if you put it in your planner, you're not going to do it justice, and you also don't want to use it because it's too pretty. But then in 2023, I was kind of really using up my kits. Like I really wanted to use up the kits that I had. I have a lot of kits that have been in my collection for the longest time, so I thought it was about time that I started using them. And I also knew in my mind that throughout 2024 and well into the future, Anna and other stores will continue to release gorgeous art, gorgeous kits, and then it's going to become this whole thing where I've got too many gorgeous kits. Which one am I going to use? It's going to become overwhelming. So I just decided that I would use this kit. I was going to foil this kit, but I think at the time that I was planning, I became a little bit unsure as to whether or not the foil that I was going to use was going to be too overpowering, because it was essentially, it's like in a magenta color. It's like a daisy foil bundle from Caress Press, and I thought that maybe it would be too overwhelming. So I didn't actually foil the kit. But as I sit here doing this voiceover, I am looking at the spread and it looks very bare without the foil. So I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and put the foil on before I do my final flip through for you guys, which I'm hoping will be sometime in the very near future. But I honestly have no words. This kit is absolutely gorgeous. I love it laid out. I did use some underlays by Girl Boss Anna. They are in like a hollow pink. I thought it would be appropriate to use a hollow pink because of all the pink tones in the kit, and because I was going to use a pink foil bundle as well. I think that is it in terms of like housekeeping, so to speak. My sidebar is very kind of bland this week. I didn't record my socials, so I've just used a tall box and 2 full boxes. And then the top left hand corner I ended up leaving blank. I don't remember if it was because I didn't have any boxes or if I didn't have paint splodges and I wanted to use paint splodges. I don't know, but again, I'm looking at it now and it's still blank, so I definitely need to get that sorted. But I guess with that said, for anyone who may be new here and this is the first time you've clicked on one of my videos, hi, hello, and welcome. And of course, for anyone who has been around a while and has also clicked in on this video, I appreciate you. We are finally at 500 subscribers, I think 502. The last I looked, which was like an hour or so ago, so that's very exciting. I'm hoping that maybe if I'm lucky, crossing my fingers and toes, that by the end of 2024, we might hit that 1K. So if you are new here and you do like this video and you want to see more, definitely consider liking and subscribing. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Also, one other thing that I always forget, and then I say it in the middle of the plans. For anyone who may be new here or for anyone who is not aware, I do not actually mention where each and every sticker is from just because I run out of time, as is with voiceovers. I'm the worst. Like if you've been around a while, you know that I can never get the timing right. One day I will, but today is probably not that day. So I don't mention where the stickers are from, but I do list each of the stores that I have used in my spread in the description below. So if you are interested in checking out some new stores or some old favorites, definitely click the links below. And if you have any questions as to where a specific sticker is from, drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you to let you know where they are from. But otherwise, let's go ahead and let this rambler start talking through the day-to-day plans before I run out of time, considering I've already taken up 5 minutes. So first things first, on Monday, I did mark that I actually had a day off this day. I don't remember why. Oh, I think it was just like a recovery day, like having had someone stay with us for the good part of 3 weeks. I just needed to unwind, recover, and like recharge my social battery. So I had a long weekend. I had that day off. I've then marked that it was stinking hot. The weather was starting to ramp up. Summer wasn't quite here yet, but it was on its way and it was hot enough for me. I then marked that I had a cup of coffee. And then I spent some time listening to some ASMR on Twitch. I unstacked and restacked the dishwasher. And then I marked spending some time with my little puppy dogs. On to Tuesday. I don't know what happened this week. Was this just very much a nothing week? I think so. But on to Tuesday, the first thing that I have marked was work. And then unfortunately for me, it was another hot day. But just so that you know, you should probably take me marking hot days with a grain of salt, because I am someone who thinks 23 degrees is too hot. If it is above 20 degrees, I sweat, I hate it, I want to stay indoors, I want air conditioning, I don't know, I cannot stand the heat. I run hot naturally, I think, so as soon as it's even the slightest little bit warm, I can't handle it. So it was another hot day. Usually I mark the temperature, but I've obviously not recorded it for these, so I've just marked that it was hot. I've then marked that I did some tidying up after work and that I did some laundry. And then this night I decided that I would make tuna bake again. For anyone who was not here or did not see my previous plan with me, where I talked about making tuna bake and then not realizing until I sat down and had the first mouthful that I was actually missing the tuna in the tuna bake, I thought I'd have another go. And this time I added the tuna, and this time it was delicious. So there's that. I had my redemption. I also marked having a bit of a YouTube binge, and then to finish off Tuesday night, I did mark that hubby and I had a Supernatural binge watch session. We were still very much working our way through the Supernatural seasons. There is 15 of them, so it naturally took a long, long time. This here is September. I think we started in February off memory, so took us a little while. On to Wednesday, of course, I have marked work at the top of the day there. I have then marked that I was so sick of the heat, so I'm gathering that once again we had another warm day, which I did not appreciate at all. And now my Jet, stop. I'm just going to tell my dog off in the middle of my voiceover because he's sitting there he does this thing where he just itches and itches and itches, and no matter how many times we tell him to stop, he will literally just lay there and itch himself until he's red raw. It's so frustrating, and he doesn't listen. He's the most ignorant dog. For anyone who's curious, he's a cattle cross beagle. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but he is so infuriating. Where was I? So yes, so sick of the heat. I then marked that we actually had a fire on the hill near where we live. So where we live, there is essentially 2 access points to and from our suburb. Usually when we flood or it gets too wet, our bridge, our access points flood and we can't get in or out. And it's the same if we have fires and things like that. And even though it was September, and even though we'd only had 3 days of consecutive heat, we actually had a fire on one of those access points. So they actually blocked off the road. They were, I think they did eventually put in is it a contraflow? Is that what it's called? Where they direct traffic via one lane while they had firefighters literally on the side of the road with hoses trying to put the fire out. It was absolutely insane. So September, first fire of the year, 2023. Well, it probably wasn't the first fire, but it was the first fire of the summer season, even though it wasn't summer yet, if that makes sense. But it burnt out quite a big chunk of the hill. Even now when you drive down the hill, you can see all the dead vegetation. You can see the browning leaves on the trees. It was absolutely wild. But we did have fires that day. So I marked that. I then marked that I did some laundry, that I had some coffee, and that we had another Supernatural binge watch session. And then being that it was a Wednesday, I did mark the last thing of the day being that I washed my hair. Another thing that I probably won't mark in 2024, although maybe I will occasionally if I have nothing else to mark, because I do have quite a lot of hair washing stickers and scripts that I need to use up. So we'll see what happens. But that is Wednesday. Moving over to Thursday, I marked that of course I had work for the day, and I did work an earlier shift this day because I had a hair appointment, so I actually worked a 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. shift, which I usually do on days I have appointments, just to make it a little bit easier so that I don't have to take as much time off work. And then, of course, like I said, I had a hair appointment. Luckily enough, because my hair appointment was early, I was able to go and get my waxing done at the same time. So I had my hair appointment, I did my waxing. Usually I would get my nails done at the same time I do my waxing. But because I got my hair done, I decided that I didn't want to wait around any longer. I was just going to go home. So I did that. And then for anyone who's been around a while, you know that generally when I have my waxing appointment, that is like get your own dinner night. So my go-to on that night is usually KFC. So I marked that I got KFC drive-through. And then when I got home, my husband would have been watching football and we just spent some time with the dogs. So again, I finished out Thursday by marking that we chilled with our pupperinos. On to Friday, the first thing that I have marked at the top of the day is, of course, work. I've also marked that I did some laundry this day and that I unstacked and restacked the dishwasher. I marked having a cup of coffee, and then I sat down to watch some ASMR or listen to some ASMR on Twitch. I marked that we had another Supernatural binge, that we had Chinese for dinner. And then at this point in time, we were watching through the Wrong Turn series. So I marked that our movie of choice for Friday night was Wrong Turn 3. And then finally, onto the fun part of the week, the weekend. First things first, on Saturday, I did mark that I had a sleep-in. Of course, when I woke up, I did have a cup of coffee. And then because I didn't get my nails done on the same day that I did my waxing, I actually went in and got my nails done this day instead. This was also the day that I ordered my new iPhone, so the iPhone 15. And then I had noticed that Bath and Body Works had just opened up in our local shopping centre, so I, of course, naturally had to go and check out what they had. I think I did buy some stuff. I don't remember what, but I think I did. Maybe some soaps and stuff. I then marked that I got myself a Boost juice. I don't get them often, but from time to time I'll get a craving and I'll just want to have a Boost juice. So I grabbed myself one this day. And then on the way home, I got lunch for myself and my husband. And again, not the greatest. We got McDonald's, so I got that via the drive-thru. And then when I got home and after footy was done, we didn't watch a movie this night. We decided that we would actually do a Supernatural binge watch because at this point we were very much just trying to get through it in the best way. And then last but certainly not least, we are on to Sunday. So Sunday, I have just marked that it was a lazy morning, which generally consists of sleeping in, having whatever breakfast we're having, and then I'll usually sit on the couch and watch YouTube or Twitch. My husband will watch football, or we'll watch a TV show, or we'll literally just sit and scroll on our phones. It's very much lazy. We do nothing. And sometimes we just need to do those. So Sunday was one of those days. As mentioned, being that it was a lazy morning, I did, of course, have my morning cup of coffee. And then I marked, what does that say? Obsessed with Mirror album. Oh, okay. So whatever I was doing this day, I was listening to, for anyone who's not heard of her, Lauren Spencer Smith. I came across her on TikTok, and there was this one song that I really, really liked, and then someone recommended the whole album to me. The album is called Mirror. So again, for anyone who might be interested in checking out some new music, Lauren Spencer Smith, Mirror. And I was just completely obsessed with the album. I had it on replay, I had it on in my car, I had it on while I was working, I had it on while I was cleaning, and I am obsessed with the entire album. It's absolutely amazing. Her voice is incredible, and I love, love, love the album. I still listen to it. I obviously don't listen to it every day, all day now, but definitely one of my favorite albums of 2023, if not my favorite album of 2023. So do yourselves a favor and go and check her out. Excuse me. Apparently then I also marked having a lazy evening. I should have just marked having a lazy day, period. But I did mark having a lazy evening. Now I've got a tickle in my throat and I'm going to keep coughing. Excuse me. I have like a minute left of this voiceover. Can I please get through it? I then also marked on Sunday that I played with some stickers, so I would have just done some reorganizing, fixing up my kit lineup. I don't know. Played with stickers. I just did some stuff with stickers. And then to finish out Sunday, the last thing that I marked was washing my hair. Again, generally I will mark washing hair and chores and things like that as like a backup when I have nothing else to mark. And generally I wash my hair on Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm one of those oily girls, which I hate. So I generally only wash my hair twice a week. Sometimes more if we're going out, but generally that's kind of my hair washing routine. But anyways, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed. And I'll see you all very, very soon for another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching.